Hi class, this is Ms. Champagne, and today I'm going to teach you perimeter and area. This is our square, so we're going to do the perimeter of this square and the area. We know that the area is what is inside of the figure, which is 225 kilometers squared. In order to find the perimeter, remember that perimeter means add all sides together. Remember that area means multiply only two sides. So area means to multiply all sides. Perimeter means to multiply all sides. Area means to multiply only two of those sides. So let's start here. If this side is W, that means that right across from it, this side is also going to be W. Since this is a square, that means all four of the sides are going to be the same. So this is going to be W and this is going to be W. In order to find the perimeter, I'm going to add them all together. W plus W plus W plus W, which equals, there's imaginary 1 in front of this W, there's imaginary 1 in front of this W, there's an imaginary 1 in front of this W, and there's an imaginary 1 in front of this W. How many W's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 W's. So the perimeter equals 4W. Over here for our area, we're going to multiply two sides. The same thing applies here. If W is this side, since it's a square, all four sides will have the same W. And all we have to do is multiply two of those sides together, which gives us the area. So here we have W times W, which is equal to 225 kilometers squared. So this is kilometers, this is kilometers, this is kilometers squared. W times W. Remember when we're multiplying, we're going to, the difference between adding is that we put the number 4 here next to the W. That lets us know that we added something together. When we're multiplying something together, we're going to put the W in the air as an exponent. We have two W's, we're going to put that little 2 in the air as an exponent. That's the difference between adding and multiplying. So we have two W's that we multiply together, which is equal to 225 kilometers squared. The opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of multiplication is division. The opposite of W squared, that's called squared, the little 2 in the air, is the square root. The opposite of squared is square root. And there's a little imaginary 2 sitting right here. I call that like a shelf or a windowsill is what it reminds me of. So in order to get the opposite of this W squared, to get one W by itself, I have to take the square root of this side and also the square root of this side. And remember there's an imaginary 2 here and imaginary 2 here. So this 2 tells me that I need, how many groups of 2 can I circle? Remember that W squared, remember we started as 2 W's, really means that there's 2 W's in here. So how many groups of 2 kilometers times kilometers? That's what kilometers squared mean. How many groups of 2 W's can I circle? I can circle 1. Or you can say 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1 W without the square root sign. So now we have W is equal to, and then we have 2 groups of kilometers, or we can say 2 kilometers divided by this 2, which gives us 1. So that's how we got the kilometers here. The square root of 25. You can take your calculator in order to do the square root of 25. So here I'm going to hit clear, and I'm going to hit 225, and on this calculator, this is the square root. I'm going to take the square root of it, and it's 15. So the square root of 225 is 15. So W is equal to 15, but we're not done yet. Equals 15 equals 15. So the area is 15 times 15. Which is equal to 225 kilometers squared. The perimeter, remember to find the perimeter, we would have to add 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. So let's do that. We're going to say the area is 225 kilometers squared. W is equal to 15 kilometers. And notice that the side is not kilometers squared, it's just kilometers. Area is the only one that has this little squared in the air. That's how you know the difference between area and perimeter is equal to 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. So on the calculator, I'm going to add 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15. So the area is 60 kilometers. Area, 225 kilometers squared. Remember, squared always goes with area only. Perimeter is 60 kilometers with no squared in the air. That's the difference between that. That's how you know this is perimeter versus area. So if anyone tries to say it's 225 kilometers squared for the perimeter, you know that that's a trick. Okay? And that's it.